Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star, right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, Under the Lights.
Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. We are your host. I'm Big Mike, and that's my guy, Jordan. What's up, boy?
Chilling, man. Just waking up, ready to go to work soon. So let's get it popping, baby.
Yeah, I know you got business to attend to. You training the kids out there, got the business going out there in Aussie, out there in Australia. You feel what I'm saying? Blessings to you, my brother. I know, blessings to you, my brother. Blessings to you. You feel me? So we're gonna go ahead, jump right into it, man. But for the viewers right now, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button so y'all can be up to date with all things Under the Lights. Anytime we drop something, you will be notified and know about it. But we here to talk sports, man, so we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with the Baltimore Ravens. That's my man Jordan squad. Now listen, the Detroit Lions as well. The Detroit Lions came into, this season, and we was all talking about, I know me personally said, this got 9-8, 10-7 season written all over it. They had a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, because the guys they had previous year, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, went and got head coaching jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was going to be a little suspect. We looked at game one against the Packers. They looked powerless. I said that. Then they went against the Bears and dropped 52 points. I'm like, it's that, whatever the case may be. But they had a game Monday night against your Baltimore Ravens, you know what I'm saying? And they went out there and did a kind of a demolition, you know what I mean? If you want to, if you will, you feel me? They had a 38-31 victory in M&T Bank Stadium, and it kind of looked like they was back to the Detroit Lions, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the Ravens don't look so good on defense, you know what I mean? So the question is, did the Detroit Lions find their groove, or is the Ravens defense just that bad? Talk to me, bro.
Oh my God. Okay, so as you know, it was rainy days for me. You know what I'm saying? When that game was being displayed, and it was worrying. It was troublesome for me. Honestly, it's difficult to see. Listen, as we all know, I talk about Baltimore Ravens all the time. Or we say we're Super Bowl, we're S-Bob, or whatever they want to talk about, whatever they want to say, S-Bob. But I'm gonna be honest right now, we don't look like a Super Bowl team. We don't look like a team that can go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We just look like a team that's maybe, obviously because our division isn't the greatest right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not a great division right now. So, whether or not we probably make the playoffs, but first round out, second round out. We don't look like a Super Bowl team. Let's just be honest. We have one of the worst defenses I was speaking to you about before, right? I told you about this. We've been on a bad defense. We've been on a bad defense. Terrible. Good run defense, but pass defense, terrible. Can't rush the quarterback, nothing. So just watching that game, it was disappointing because usually, I don't know if you could say this about your team or any other team that, whoever you support or whatever. If usually they say when Baltimore's playing, like Baltimore we'll beat ourselves, like we'll usually beat ourselves.
Yeah, turnovers and mistakes and stuff.
Yeah, mistakes. But in this situation, that wasn't the case, bro. In this situation, they came in and beat our ass, nigga. BTA belt ass. Seriously. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a few things that it's worrying, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where I'm going to start, but let's just start off with Derrick Henry. Still a great running back. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Great running back. I'm not going to say just because a couple of games he's like the worst running back of all time. Like you're going to have, situations where this is the case. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, 2023, 2024, he had 3 fumbles on 652 touches, bro.
Right. Yeah. Remember, I told you. I said I don't remember him fumbling. I don't remember me and Twan was talking, and I said, bro, I don't remember Derrick Henry fumbling visually remember him fumbling 3 times in his career. You know what I'm saying?
You understand what I'm saying? So, so if you take that and then you look at 2025, he has 3 fumbles on 43 touches. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And it's not. And remember, we spoke about this the other day. It's not just. First off, yeah, fumbling every game is obviously it's not a good look, right? But also, it's all turnovers aren't created equal. So it's when it happens, and it happened a few times in crucial moments. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? If he fumbled it maybe in the first quarter, we ain't. It's like okay, we can bounce back from that. But when you fumbling it, maybe our last drive, you know what I'm saying, or when it's 20, 24, 24, you know what I'm saying, both teams are scoring, and then you're in the fourth quarter and you fumble it. Then we talk about those turnovers are bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Then plus we have trouble on the goal line, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
have trouble on the goal line. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we have been a bad red zone team at the moment. But let me tell you something. We're in the trouble. We had to settle for a field goal. Okay, when we're on the goal line versus the Browns
Yeah.
at the 1.
Hey, can I just be honest though, bro? Can I be honest? I just don't think it's no a bad thing to be bro. They are fucking tough, bro. They
Listen,
are tough, man. I don't think it's go ahead.
Big Mike at the 1. At the 1, my nigga. At the 1. At the 1.
Yeah, yeah.
At the 1. Okay. Then against the Lions, we at the goal line and we get it at the 1. We at the goal line and we got a turnover on downs.
Mm-hmm.
This is unacceptable. And the reason why it's unacceptable, it's not about it being the Browns and it's not about it being, a wicked team. We got Derrick Henry and we got Lamar Jackson. Okay. We gave it to that dude 3 straight times and got stopped, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have him do a play with Lamar Jackson where it's a read option into a pass. Didn't work. You understand what I'm saying? This is what's happening. So I say to say that, and obviously, I remember we spoke about Pat Ricard, right? And I know that Pat Ricard, it's not like he's a world beater or whatever, but he is important to us. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I don't know if that maybe would change having him there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we have him and we win. Huh? I'm not saying that
Right,
because we got demolished. We have to be honest, right? We have to
right,
be honest.
right.
So I'm just saying maybe that's something. Okay. Now let's talk about our defense, bro. We had 20 missed tackles.
Yeah, yeah. That's not Baltimore Ravens defense. That's not what Ray Lewis built and Ed Reed and them and nah, Terrell Suggs. Nah, they ain't do that.
Big Mike, let me tell you something, man. Let me just say something. They had 290+ yards, 2
Yeah.
drives, 2. Okay, my
Mm-hmm.
guy, we've never had a 90+ yard drive on us in Baltimore since 2001.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Eric's saying no playoffs. Just tell him put his money where his mouth is. Then, so we can tell him put money where your mouth is. If you think we ain't gonna make the playoffs with that sorry ass division right now, okay, put your money where your mouth is, and I guarantee you we'll go further than the Colts. I'll tell you that. But anyway, and I'm saying that with a 1-2 record, maybe a 1-3 record,
Mm.
right? Okay, so that's that too. Huh? Let me tell you something about our offensive line too. Jesus Christ. We had 7 sacks, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get to Lamar, but let me tell you something, Big Mike. This is ridiculous. They had 30 pressures,
Yep.
not even bringing the house, brother.
Yep.
Not even bringing the house.
Yep.
30 pressures. Now, Lamar, 7 sacks. And let me tell you something about Lamar. Lamar had a good game. I wouldn't say he had a great game. Huh? I'm gonna be honest. Some of those, and okay, this is me being. I give and hold on. I give and take with what Lamar does in terms of he extends plays, and for the most times in a season, in those moments, he would maybe get out of it and go for a 12, 15-yard run off of scrambling around trying to find somebody and make a play. So I'm not gonna sit there and say don't do that. But I think what I could say is sometimes you could throw it away. Throw it away.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Or do what your mama told you and say, when it gets like this is why you're the greatest running quarterback at that position. If
Okay.
they're putting that pressure on you quick, and I know he said that there was a spy, but just take off, bro. Just take
Yeah.
off. Take off. Get 2-3 yards. It don't matter whether you know what I'm saying. It's better at 2-3 yards than going 2 and 2nd and 15. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the next thing. Big Mike, 30 pressures is ridiculous. What the fuck are we doing?
That's
And
bad.
and as I told you, that is off of not even bringing the house. They just get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
This is not Baltimore Ravens football. You never see a team come in there and bully us like that. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's a tuck and war. They beat us the fuck down, my nigga. These niggas we only had 85 rushing yards as well. On top of that,
Yeah.
what did that happen?
As a
They
team.
outgained us as a team. They outgained us by 100 yards, Big Mike. Now, I say all that to say we got demolished, and I'm not worried about making the playoffs, but I am saying we're not a Super Bowl team.
Okay. So
We're not
basically,
a Super Bowl team.
you're saying the Ravens defense is just that bad.
We have given up the most points in 3 games in the NFL. We're tied for first.
Yeah.
That's not Baltimore Ravens, bro. Let me tell you something. The amount of players that we have, and just because we have Menabuke, he wasn't there. Carl Van Noy. Menabuke is the guy with the most sacks on our team and the most pressures. But I don't think we just have him and that changes what happened really. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not like maybe, but it's not a thing where I think they bullied us that day. They bullied us that day.
Maybe maybe they don't. Yeah, maybe they don't rush for 224. You know what I mean? If he there, you know what I mean. But they still gonna get off.
They still gonna get off. You understand what I'm saying? And Kyle Van Noy is a big miss, but yeah. So then tell him to stop. Then if he ain't putting no money up, anyway. If he ain't putting no money up, then then stop talking. So these are the things that's worrying for me, and now we just have to take it a game at a time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like last year we started off 0-2 and we came back, won a division, all that stuff. So I'm not saying that we gonna go out there and be like the Browns or anything. Like, we gonna still get victories and all that, but it's not looking like, if we don't fix this defense, Big Mike, I'm gonna tell you that right now, we ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere, man. So it's rather Zach Orr's gotta have have to have a talk. We have to have a talk with him. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give.
Yeah.
Because this defense hasn't been looking good for a good damn 2 years now. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't have much positives to say. Maybe Mark Andrews, you know what I'm saying? He only had 2 catches for 7 yards coming into that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in the game, I think he had 5 for 64 with a tud. You know what I'm saying? Plus
he had 6 for 91 and 2 touchdowns
altogether.
And caught everything. 6 targets, 6 receptions. 91
6 for what?
He had 6 targets and caught all 6 passes, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
he was killing, bro.
Yeah, so that's the positive, and I think D-Hop is a positive. I think we haven't had a player that you could just throw the ball to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and he can just go get it.
Yeah,
we've never had a a wide receiver like that. Like Lamar hasn't. You know what I'm saying? So those are kind of the only two positives. And yeah, Lamar played good, but he needs to get rid of the ball. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, or just take off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you're putting your team in a position where you're going 2-15, and not saying you can't get that done, but it makes it way harder, right?
Right.
It makes it way harder, and it doesn't help when obviously those pressures are coming at like that 30 pressures. Big Mike is ridiculous. That's ridiculous, money.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough, man. It's not Ravens football, and I'm not like pissed. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'd be way more pissed, but I think I'm a bit more logical right now, and I know that we can bounce back. But I'm just being honest, saying we ain't a Super Bowl winning team. If we ain't a Super Bowl winning team, then I just have to accept it, and hopefully we can bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, I'm not like I'm more what is it called? Like I'm not gonna be. I'm expecting the worst, but hoping for the best.
Right. All right. Yeah. So look, this is me. You know, and before I get into what I'm gonna say is the three straight stops. You know what I'm saying? Listen, one thing I like Derrick Henry. You know, Alabama is my squad. So I've been watching Derrick Henry since he was at Alabama. I know he's 6'3", 247, 250 pounds. You know what I mean? But one thing about Derrick Henry, bro, he's a physical specimen, but he's not a physical runner. You see, when he get his stiff forms and everything, and let me explain. When he get his stiff forms and everything, he'll throw them safeties around like a rag doll. He's huge. You know what I mean? He's strong. He'll throw them safeties, Josh Norman, all them guys. He'll throw them around like a rag doll. But when it comes to, just think of Derrick Henry. When do you see Derrick Henry really lowering his shoulder, running through somebody as big as he is? He's a physical specimen because he's big and he's strong, but he's not a physical player. He's not an Eddie George. Eddie George is Eddie George was a linebacker playing running back because he'll run your ass over, linebackers and all. You feel what I'm saying? That's not Derrick Henry. So when you talk about getting stopped at the line and shit, I know what you're talking about because I see it. He's not a guy that just gonna lower the shoulder and run through you. He'll more so try to make you miss than do that, and that's just what it is. But when he get around the edge and he get the stiff form
at the one.
No, listen. But what I'm telling you is this, Jordan. Yeah, you look at him, how big he is. He should just go ahead and lower his shoulder and run over that linebacker or run over that dude. But that ain't what he do. And that's how his career been when he got the ball close like that. Real talk. I don't remember seeing Derrick Henry just lower his shoulder and just run through a nigga. I don't remember seeing it. Maybe I don't remember seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when you talk about, okay. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying was on the goal line, though, all he needs to do is just follow his blocks and just run and just, you jump and go forward. That's 1 yard at least.
It ain't
1 yard.
Jordan, man, listen, it's not that simple. You know what I mean? They stronger.
I know, but Big Mike, I know it's not that simple, but we talking about the Baltimore Ravens, brother.
I get it.
He's on the goal line. We are good. We were good. We were one of the best teams in the red zone this year, brother. Yeah. It's not like we weren't. So this is why it's disappointing.
Yeah, you may be right. You know what I'm saying? But look, 7 sacks. Like I told you, Lamar, bro. Most of those sacks is on Lamar. Just throw it away or run, bro. Nobody's gonna catch you. Just run. Whoever the spy is, he gonna have a hard day. You know what I mean? It's you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to just. I'm not saying he can't be tackled open field. I'm just saying you're gonna have to be one of them guys to really get Lamar to the ground open field. And still, he probably beat you to the edge for a first down or get a few yards rather than losing 10 to 12 yards. You know what I'm saying? So those sacks, that's not good. Lamar had a good game, but he shot himself in the foot. But that motherfucking when he fumbled when it was a 4th down or 3rd down when y'all was about to go in the end zone, he fumbled going backwards and reaching.
It was 4th down.
Okay, so that was 4th down. So
and that play was a broken play. We were not scoring.
Right, but here's my thing: the backpedaling and all of that shit. You got the ball all out. What are we doing? Have you not learned from that yet? So 21 of what was it? Hold on, got my shit right here. 21 of 27, 288, 3 touchdowns. Come on, dog. He let that game go to waste. He let it go to waste. If he just do what his mama told him, like you said, get rid of the ball or just take off and run, then you just do that. But he's shooting himself in the fucking foot. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But to get to the question, is it the Ravens that defense is that bad, or did Detroit find their groove? Bro, listen, when you talk about the Ravens, dog, I mean, the Ravens defense is bad. It's bad. And this is from NFL rankings right here. The Ravens are giving up 415 yards a game. That's last, dead last. They giving up 32 points a game. Nigga, that's 31st. Sacks, y'all ain't got 3 sacks. 3 sacks. That's tied for 29th.
We can't put pressure on the ball, bro.
I get it. I know. Hold on. You got 3 sacks, but you can't. So that's tied for 29th. And when you talk about big plays downfield, y'all gave up. It's 3 weeks. Y'all gave up 14 of those already. That's tied for 30th. You feel what I'm saying? So the Ravens defense is bad, but 2 things could be true. The Detroit Lions could have found their groove because as an OC and a DC, you're supposed to get better. And I like what the DC had. Me and Twan was talking about this after the game. I like what the DC was doing. He was showing 4, rushing 4. He was getting there with 3, dropping 1 back, and had a spy.
It's fine.
Yeah. So you had but you had a guy in coverage, and you had a guy that was dropping back. I mean, a guy in coverage and also a spy. So basically, rushing 3, dropping 8, confusing, and just trying to bottle Lamar up. So that means he's getting better. So I don't want to just say, you know what I mean, oh, the Ravens defense is that bad, even though it is. But 2 things can be true. You know what I mean? But I think the Ravens, I think y'all still gonna be cool, bro. Even though your defense is like that, because y'all still gonna be fine. You're gonna make the playoffs for sure. Now you said Super Bowl, nah, probably not. You're not going to get to the Super Bowl, with the defense playing like this. It's not going to happen. You couldn't get to the Super Bowl when the defense was number 1. You know what I mean? But anyway, still, with this right here, you're not going to get there. But the thing is this. You do have Mark Andrews, and that nigga was balling. I don't know why. I know you talked about Mark Andrews. Well, he's not, man, he ain't washed up. I ain't say you said he was washed up. I'm not saying you said that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying Mark Andrews is a dog. When you talk about the tight ends in the league, it's him, Sam Laporta, and George Kittle. That's all they rant and rave about. They don't rave about nobody else. He was killing. He was cooking niggas on Monday night. 6 catches on all the targets, 100% for 91 yards and 2 tubs. You know what I'm saying, bro? He's getting guarded by, I told you, he get guarded by linebackers and safeties. They can't cover that dude. They can't cover him, man. He like that. Zay Flowers is like that. Bateman makes plays for y'all's deep downfield, or he gets possession, first downs, and catches over the middle of the field, and which is good for y'all. And you mentioned D-Hop. D-Hop is there. He's not here to be Houston D-Hop. He's here to be the veteran and make catches and plays when needed, like that touchdown pass when he caught the one hand against the Buffalo Bills. And then just last game when he caught the pass when he was on the sideline, boom, right there open. He knows the defenses. He's read them. He's beat double teams his whole career, so he knows what to do. Y'all, and then on top of that, you got Lamar. I mean, they put him on Mount Everest. Up here on Mount Everest, you know what I'm saying? On top of that, you got Derrick Henry, who was on a Mount Rushmore of running backs, bro. You know what I mean? Mount Rushmore. He ain't got no rings and shit like that, but hell, he was in Tennessee for his fucking career. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a combination. I think y'all will be fine, you know what I mean, and still make the playoffs regardless, but you still got a lot of weaponry on offense, bro. And so it's a combination of both. Detroit could have found their groove, and the Ravens defense is that bad, especially looking at the stats right here. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I mean, when the Detroit Lions find their groove, bro, they're powerful and they're explosive, and that's what we seen last night or Monday night. You feel what I mean? But at the same time, see, when I do this type of shit like this, like I told Twan, I was like, man, what if the Detroit Lions go up against a real deal defense and they don't do nothing? Then it's gonna come back to being, the Ravens defense, what is that bad? But when I do that, people like to say, man, you just got to give them credit, bro. You got to give them credit. Well, damn, I seen y'all week 1 and it looked pedestrian. I gave that excuse for the new OC and the DC because it could take time. Well, the Bears are awful. They're awful. Putting 52 points on them, I mean, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then they put up, and then they go against Shaw with a last ranked defense and points per game, give it up and you know what I mean, no pressure, no nothing, and they 38-30. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a combination of both. But shit, I can't just give you one answer right now. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's a combination of both. We're going to have to wait and see until Detroit play a real deal defense.
So listen, if we just talking about games, so this is all I gotta say, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
So first off, with the Lamar thing and but with the sacks, I think, listen, it's gonna be hard for any quarterback getting pressured that many fucking times. It definitely is. It's not gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree that he should throw them away. I think maybe about 4 or 5 of them.
Yes,
I say that he should have at least thrown it away, 100%.
Yes.
The one on the goal line when it was 4th and when we were at the 1,
mm-hmm.
That was a 1, and then it was a 4th one. It was a broken play, and he just tried to make a play. And I guess I guess you could say that you just go down there, and then it's a loss of downs or whatever. But I think that one, like, they fucked us up on that. They got into the backfield in about 2.2 seconds. Not
You know,
2, what am I talking about? 0.1 seconds.
that's what it looked like.
0.5. Yeah, and
You know,
it was ridiculous.
you know what I thought before? Okay, you know what I thought that play was? I thought that play was designed to, because I know he rolled out to the right, and I seen Derrick Henry rolling out to the left. He was alone. I thought that was one of those plays where I'm gonna draw the defense right and then come back across field and hit him alone by himself. That's what I thought that play was. You know what I mean? But apparently he was looking for somebody over here. So
yeah. And then that was like that's the thing. If we're talking about our defense, I think our defense is bad. I told you.
yeah.
Like, even when we played the Browns,
Well, it's
I
worse
think
this year.
the Browns was moving. The Browns was kind of moving. It wasn't like they weren't like exceptional against the Browns. You know what I'm saying? So this one, that's why I say to you, like, we first off, listen, I don't give a fuck if it's Josh Allen or not. You're not giving up 200, almost 300 yards in 7 minutes. What the fuck are we talking about? I don't give a shit if it's Josh Allen or not, my nigga.
Yeah.
You understand? Or the Buffalo. We understand Buffalo's offensive line is good. Like, let's be very clear.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, their offensive line is nice.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bad defense. I think Detroit also is looking like they're finding their groove, and the Ravens is a bad defense as of week 3.
Okay.
As of week three, and that's all we gotta say. Let's just move on. I'm done with the Ravens. I'm done with the Ravens.
You done with them?
Yeah. Let's move. Not done with the dome. I'm done with talking about them. Let's move
You
next.
done with, Are you done with talking about the Ravens, right? All right, man. Hey, no need to harp on it. You know what I mean? We see what's going on. So shit. Hopefully they get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Or it will be a first round exit if y'all playing like that. You know what I mean? All right. So moving on, man. The New York Giants they benched Russell Wilson and they named Jackson Dart as a starter. Was it too early for the young rookie to get in the game? And should the Cleveland Browns follow suit? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. No, it's not too early. Jordan, they drafted Jackson Dart in the first round, 25th pick to replace Daniel Jones, who they got rid of. You feel what I'm saying? He's the future guy. You know, I was just on Instagram the other day, and Deion Sanders was on the New Heights podcast with Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce. And they was talking about Shador not wanting to go to Baltimore. And Deion Sanders was like, I played the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I mean, I ain't never sat on the bench and said, I learned a lot today. I learned a lot. Well, what the fuck in 3 games that you seen with the Giants with Russell Wilson, what did Jackson Dart learn? 3 games. Nothing. He learned nothing. So you should have put this man in the game from week fucking 1. They brought Russell Wilson in here. See, let me tell you what happened. Last year when he got in the game for Justin Fields and shit, which I don't think they should have because he was playing good. He went on that little stretch and they was balling out. But they was playing the Bengals and other teams. That defense was horrific. He threw for 400 yards, just like he did last Sunday against the goddamn Cowboys. We know that defense is asshole. You know what I'm saying? So he threw for a bunch of yards, and they went on a little streak. But when they went against the real deal teams, what happened in the last 4 weeks? They started running into us. They ran into the Eagles, ran into the Ravens, ran into the Chiefs, and ran into somebody else. And 4 games in a row, including the playoffs, 5. L. So I mean, what? Keeping Russell Wilson in the game to start the season for what? And it was after week 3 you let the man go. This little stupid ass tradition in the NFL: bring the guy in and sit behind this guy. He can learn some more. That shit dumb as hell. That shit dumb. Russell Wilson ain't taking the New York Giants no goddamn where. They don't have a chance. They were not making the playoffs. They don't have nothing going on this year for the 2025 season. He should be mentoring Jackson Dart, and he should be in the quarterback room helping him when he need work. Russell Wilson might see something he don't see and all of that because he ain't leading nobody no goddamn where. He's not doing nothing, bro. So motherfucker need to stop talking about let's come in, bring him in and sit behind. For what? Sit behind Russ? For what? And yes, the Cleveland Browns should follow suit. What Joe Flacco doing? Where you going with Joe Flacco? You know, I've been saying this. You're not going nowhere. Whoever they feel is the better quarterback for them, You know what I mean? Whether it's Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, which is another conversation for another day, go with them. And Joe Flacco should be mentoring the younger guys. Wait, hold on, wait. They beat the Packers on Sunday. They upset the Packers. Oh my God. It wasn't because Joe Flacco. What the fuck are we talking about? 21 of 36, 142 yards and an interception? No, nigga. He's not doing anything for the organization. Y'all ain't doing nothing but wasting time. Put the young guns in the game, and just like the New York Giants did in Cleveland Browns, they winning games up. They won the one game that they won was off the defense. Defense.
They're going to win the games more so on the defense.
Yeah. So I mean, why not put the quarterback in there so he can learn and get some acclimation with and get some camaraderie, some timing with his receivers? Why not? Why not? Jackson Dart should have started the first game. Joe and Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur should have started the first game for the Browns. Not these old niggas who's not doing anything anymore. Period. That's where I'm at with that.
Go ahead. Jackson Dart was balling in preseason, though.
All 3 games.
I said Jackson Dart was balling in preseason. I'm not gonna lie. So if that's the case, I think you can start Russell Wilson. It's not like, you know, saying I think that you can, but I just feel that I think this was a good decision, honestly. I don't mind it, you know, and I wouldn't mind them. Like, I think both can be true. Like, I think that you could have started Jackson Dart directly because he did look like he looked good, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why people were like, should they start this dude? Like, why are we even bringing Russ? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why do we? So that was like an obvious thing. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, you know what I'm saying? You can play him immediately rather than, I mean, I don't want to talk about because, you know, the Browns, because we're talking about the Browns, I just feel that it's not like both of them were like Shedeur was good and then he wasn't so good with whatever the reasons were. And what's his name? Gabriel was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was good too. But it wasn't like Jackson Dart. Now. Jackson Dart looked like he was balling.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was balling. So like they was like, oh, okay, we might have to start this dude. So that's where I feel like that is the difference between those two organizations. But yeah, if they want to change now, then all right, let's keep it going and play Jackson Dart because they 0-3. It's not 1-2 and 0-3 is different. You know what I'm saying? And I think the way that you play also is important. So obviously with Joe Flacco and that Browns team not being able to put up any type of numbers, you're just like, why don't you just put in one of the young boys or Gabriel? They're probably going to play first.
Yeah.
And see what they do. So yeah, I'm with you. Like, I feel like it's the right decision for Jackson Dart to play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that. And then with the Browns, I feel that if like right at this moment they don't really need to, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like Flacco has been playing great also. Like, I understand what you're saying and your sentiment that you should just play them from the beginning because even if you're not going to be putting up a lot of points anyway, and you're relying on your defense, and you should just allow these young boys to, you know, to play because I've always say this and I'll say this to the day I die. I think you can only learn so much not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like the more that you are actually playing in a game, playing, the better and the more experience you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, as a football player, like a soccer player, the more I was playing, the more professional games I played, the better I was getting, not the less.
Yes.
Like you need to be in the action. You need to be in the field. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Dion 100% with that. 100%.
Facts. I need to be out there. You telling me when you see this, go do this. Hey, when it's in cover 3, hey, when you telling me, you know what, I need to go out here and do it. I need to do it. Joe Flacco already know that motherfucker had his chance. He had his chance. He had to start him. He had Wacko Flacco. Oh my God! In the regular season, he's just mellow. But in the postseason, oh my God, he turns into something different. He's had his time. It's over, bro. He is a statue. He has come on, dog. The sex that he's taking, those two guys, Shedeur or Dylan Gabriel, could probably make something out of that. You know what I'm saying? So they're not maximizing what they got at the quarterback position. That's my opinion. So it is what it is. All right, man. So we back to it, man. Jordan's Web list. And for the people right now that don't understand, don't remember what the Jordan's Web list is, whether we talking NFL or NBA, that is Jordan's Web. That is Jordan's top 5 teams in the NFL or the NBA. And in this case, we're talking NFL. So Jordan, go ahead and give us your top 5 teams, you know what I'm saying, that are in the NBA right now or in the NFL right now. And we will go from there. Let's go.
Okay, so are we gonna go from where are we gonna go? Do we go from 5 up or do we go
We
from
go,
1
we go,
down?
we always go 5.
Where do we want?
We always go 5 on
5 up.
down. Yep. Or 5
Okay,
up.
so it's the beginning of the season. So it's not like it's hard to kind of dissect, because not everyone has played a whole bunch of great teams and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So these are just more like the teams that I like more so, and what's gonna be happening. But as the season prolongs and teams are starting to play a bunch of different teams in terms of playoff teams that are probably going to be playoff teams, and then you're going to be able to get a better gauge on what it is, right? So, at 5, it's very, 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 very simple. I'm gonna put the Indianapolis Colts at 5.
Okay.
Indianapolis Colts at 5. Okay. Yeah, I think D Jones, you know what I'm saying, and that team, really good team. It's looking like they playing good football.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can't deny that with them, right? Can't deny that with them. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna put them at 5. And then at 4, this one was a bit difficult for me because I think I like this team, but I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know. So I have Tampa Bay, and I like Tampa Bay, right? I'm a bake show. I'm the bake show guy.
What do
know
you?
what I'm saying?
Okay, keep going.
What do I want? Go talk to me.
Like real quick, because I don't want to get off track. What do you not know? Like what? I'm confused. What do you not? What is it? What are you confused?
Not know what?
About why they should be 4 or 3 or what is it?
Because I wanted to put them a bit closer because I just like Bake Show. Remember, I just told you. You know what I'm saying? I just like the Bake Show. You know what I'm saying? But I know like the teams that they also beat, like they beat the New York. Is it the Jets? I think no. Yeah, the Jets. And they just barely beat the Jets, right? So you know what I'm saying. And then you have Atlanta and Houston. Those teams, all those teams don't teams. You know what I'm saying. So so we have to be fair too, right?
All right.
You know what I'm saying. So that's why I have them have
Coach 5, Tampa 4.
Tampa 4.
Okay.
Now this one is a bit easier. It's not like it's easy, but it's a bit easier. So I have the Chargers at 3. I have the Chargers at 3, which is obvious. I have the Buffalo Bills at 2, and I have the defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, at 1. Now, they're very simple, very fluid. You know what I'm saying? Very fluid. I think Philadelphia should be 1. I don't know what ranking should they not be 1 to the defending champions. They should be fucking 1. I don't give a damn what anyone tells me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously you got Josh Allen, and that offensive line. You know what I'm saying? James Cook balling right now, straight out balling. You know what I'm saying? They're doing well. But they have, an impressive win that was nice. And you just have the MVP, so you got to give credit to them too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have them at 2. And then you have the third with the Chargers, and right now you have the MVP favorite that's on everyone's thing, which is Justin Herbert. And the Chargers, and they are at 3. So that's the web list. Very easy web list. Next week it's going to be a bit different. It's fluid. You feel what I'm saying? And it's week 4. So you know what I'm saying? It'll be teams are starting to play some teams. You got Baltimore playing the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a big one.
Baltimore playing the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean the Baltimore playing the Chiefs, right? So that's going to be a big game. And we gonna see, if one of those teams, one of them teams can get back into there. But it's definitely, I'm not gonna be able to put the Baltimore Ravens is not gonna be in this rankings until damn near week 8, 9, if they rally off 7, 8 in a row. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna be in there. So that's my web list. Tell me what you think about it, Dave.
I ain't got no problems with it. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to Tampa and the Chargers, you know what I mean, you can if you flip flop them, you gonna argue. You know what I mean? I got Colts 5, Chargers 4, Tampa 3, Bills 2, Eagles 1. You know what I mean? You had
they just didn't play anybody too much though. That's why Tampa Bay.
Yes.
What's his name? Beat Denver at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Indianapolis Colts.
So that's. I mean, that's yeah. I don't think nothing wrong with that list at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? So, we Eagles, we got the Buccaneers coming up this Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good game, man.
It's a good game. They don't have Mike Evans on the offensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's a big weapon for them. And on the defensive side for us, Nolan Smith, our best pass rusher, who's always in the backfield, he's on IR. He tore his triceps in the Super Bowl and continued to play. You know what I mean? He had surgery and then in the offseason, but he re-aggravated it just this past week. You know what I mean? So he's on IR, so he's going to be out for a minimum of 4 weeks. You know what I mean? So I think that kind of cancels out whatever the case may be. So that's going to be a good game. The Bills, I don't know who the Bills, they got the Saints. That's going to be a blowout. Chargers, who the Chargers got, man? Chargers have, they got the Giants. They're going to handle business. And the Colts, they got the Rams. That's going to be a good game for the Colts. You know what I mean? Because this is going to be, this is one of the teams that people, they can knock off the Eagles and, oh, man, they can They almost, you know what I mean? So this should be a good test for the Colts. And I think it'd be a good test for the Rams, too. You know what I'm saying? Because the Colts got weapons out there, too. And Daniel Jones playing good. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be one of the games. I'm always watch the Colts. You know what I mean? I watch all the games, and you know what I mean. But that's gonna be one of the games I'm gonna be locked into to as well. You know what I mean? See what that game is like. You know what I mean?
You gotta go 4 screens, bro. You gotta go 4 screens, man.
I got 9, baby. I got 3 TVs out here. I got the Eagles on one, and then I got the other TV with 4 games. Sunday Chicken, and the other TV with 4 games. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's yeah. I'm all.
That's what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, I got those games on. Matter of fact, let me see the Colts. No, look,
and I know Twan's gonna be mad, but let me tell you something, Twan. Your team is 6th. Your team is 6th at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So Twan, don't get cheese, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? It can change, right? Because next week, if you win, you're gonna get in there. You know what I'm saying? Because one of those teams gonna lose.
I tell Twan, Twan like to talk about the injuries that they have and shit like that, and that's true. That George Kittle's out, Brock Purdy's out. They got Brandon Ayuk's not back yet. They got a guy on defense, whatever the case may be, and we've been knowing this stuff. You know what I mean? But it's like I told Twan, I said, look here, bro, y'all got the 32nd ranked schedule in the NFL. I don't know who picked that schedule, but they got a JV schedule with the run game y'all got and the defense that y'all have. And you still got Pearsall out there, Jawan Jennings be out there. You feel what I'm saying? Just don't turn the ball over. With the teams that y'all playing, y'all could beat them off the run game, quick pass here and there, and lock down on defense. Might be a low-scoring game, but y'all can still go out there and get the job done. So I told Twan, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that at all. If my team was like that, hurting shit, and we got them niggas out there playing against them teams, you better win the fucking games. This is the point where, like this, Jordan, if the 49ers was healthy, I swear to God, they probably go 17-0. I swear to God. Go look at the schedule again if you will. If you not, you don't got to do it right on your own time. I promise you they will go. If they were healthy, they go 17-0 with that easy-ass junior varsity schedule. I promise you. You know what I mean? That's what I told them, too. So let's move on to the NBA. We know we got the NBA coming up soon, but there's some terrible news in the city of Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Not the Texans, the Houston Rockets, because the Houston Rockets superstar star point guard Fred VanVleet has torn his ACL. Has torn his ACL. He's out for the season. How much does this affect the Rockets' NBA Finals hopes this season? Talk to me, Jordan.
Now you tell me first. What do you think, man? Because I want to know what you have to say about this one.
Yo, listen, Fred VanVleet is a big part of that team. Now that you got a Kevin Durant, that's a guy that can maneuver some more. That's a guy that's somebody else to distribute the ball to. He can make big shots in big moments. He plays hard. You know what I mean? He can get out in transition. Everything you need in a point guard, he can do it. He lacks height, but that don't mean height is heart over height. You feel what I'm saying? He lacks height, but he don't lack no heart. He can make tough shots. He can get his own shot. He can get you a shot, him a shot, and everybody else a shot. And as I mentioned, he's a leader as well. He's been in big moments. If I'm not mistaken, was he not there in 2019? He been to the finals. He been there. They won a championship. Yeah, y'all was hurt and shit like that, but they got all the way there. So he's battle tested. He's battle tested. You know what I mean? He don't shy away from the moment, and that's somebody that they would have to depend on if KD was off one night. You got Fred VanVleet. You know what I'm saying? And so that's somebody, or anybody else was off. So that's somebody that the Houston Rockets was going to depend on for leadership, shot making, distributing, and just making clutch plays on both sides of the ball when need be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not a supreme defender, but he can play the lanes. He know how to get in there, get steals, and all of that type of shit. We've seen him do it. He work hard, and he's the guy that's going to show up with his hard hat on and go to work every single day. You know what I'm saying? You need that type of guy in that locker room because as great as Kevin Durant is, I've never looked at Kevin Durant as a natural-born leader, okay? You got a guy like Fred VanVleet. He's a leader, bro, and he's a baller. So I think this hurts their chances big time for NBA Finals hopes to get to the final because you had NBA Finals on your mind when you talked about the Rockets with the addition of Kevin Durant. That's what you had on your mind. And with Fred VanVleet being gone, I think that diminishes those chances, bro. If they were, let's just say I can see into the future and I say, oh yeah, they're going to be in the finals. When this news came out, I would have said, no, they're not going if I knew the future. So to me, it hurts their chances big time. And I don't think they'll be there this year at all.
Okay, so I think it's a big miss. I think it's a big hit, big miss, 100%.
Okay.
And I was talking to Big D and Mal with this on the chat today. Okay, 100%. However, I also think it's like a blessing in disguise. I'm gonna tell you why. For Reed Shepherd. Okay. So now there's a reason why you drafted dude 3rd overall. Mm-hmm. Reed Shepherd, I think I told you this before. I was like, I think Reed Shepherd is like when he was balling in Kentucky, I was like, this dude can play. Very smart player.
Yeah.
Athletic, can shoot the ball, great decision maker. You know, everything you need to he's everything you need to know, everything you need in a basketball player at that position. Can defend the position as well at the point guard position.
Okay.
So I feel like it's a smooth transition for a player like this to get these minutes at that position with a team like this and have you understand what I'm saying? I think this is the perfect time for him to step in and be there. You know what I'm saying? What they were saying was they don't think he's like that. You know what I'm saying? If they thought he was like that, then he would have played during the season last year a lot. You know what I'm saying? And they played him sparingly, but you see for him, he's too good for the G League. Right? Mm-hmm. It's just about busting the rotation for the Houston team because every time he goes to the G League, he's dropping like 30 plus. It's just too damn easy for him. Right. Then so you understand that he has that ability and talent, but because they had a team they were like stacked up team, and for whatever reason they didn't want to play him, right? Because you had Holiday, you had Thompson, you had Fred VanVleet, you had Jalen Green, like you had a bunch of players in that position, you know, for the rotation. You know what I'm saying? You had Tate, you had Smith Jr., which is in the front court. You know what I'm saying? You had a bunch of players now because they had a bunch of players, bro. You know, Eason. You know what I'm saying? Eason, I think you like Eason, good player, like good hustle player and all that. Sure. So it's like they have so many players in the backcourt. You know what I'm saying? But now when he's hurt now, it's perfect time for you guys to breed this player that you guys have. That is a solid player. I will repeat myself. And let me tell you something. I don't know why I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this, bro. Listen, when we're talking basketball, I could tell you if a dude has great IQ, if he's a smart basketball player, in my opinion. This has nothing to do about him being black or white. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Big D on this one, man. when I'm talking about a basketball player, why is it that it has to go to black and white? That I can't say that a dude doesn't have high IQ, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And why is it that just because it's Reed Shepherd and I think he's a high IQ guy, especially for his age and his and him being a rookie and all that, being a basketball player that understands when to shoot, when not to shoot, when to pass the ball, can get off the ball. You know, he's just a smart basketball player rather than, well, I can't say that, or I should not say that because he's white and people are offended that if I say that, like, why don't I say that about other people? What are we talking about? I say that about anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I feel that you aren't a smart basketball player, I can say this. If I feel like you don't have a high IQ on the basketball court, I can say this. Now, if you like, do you think? Yeah, like so that let me I just have to get that out the way, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna continue to do it. So as I'm saying, I think Reed Shepard is I think it's a blessing in disguise for Houston Rockets because say he does well, it's a perfect transition for you to go from when Kevin Durant's done, Reed Shepard. You understand what I'm saying? Amir Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have the Sengun, you have that future still, and you given that player the opportunity to see if he can be successful or not. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think it's a blessing in disguise, in my opinion. But I think it does obviously it affects them because he's not better than Fred VanVleet at this moment, right?
Right.
So
Right.
so it obviously affects them from getting to the finals, but they still have a good enough team to make it.
Right. To make it
Let's
where?
be clear.
Make it where?
They have a good enough team to make it to the finals.
Not without Fred VanVleet. No, they don't.
Bro, that team is lock and loaded, my nigga. Yeah, that team is lock and loaded. Steven Adams, Kevin Durant, Clint Capella, Jabari Smith, Amir Thompson, what's his name? Who's it? Oh, Eason. Who else is there? Reed Shepard. Fred VanVleet's hurt now, obviously. No Dylan Brooks and no what's his name?
Yeah.
Bro, that team got a lot of players, man.
But
That team got a lot of players, man.
I want you to understand something. Out of the players that you named, those guys, how many of those guys do what Fred VanVleet do? Handle the ball, make big shots, distribute, and everything else. That ain't Steven Adams. That ain't Sengun. That ain't Amin Thompson. They don't produce. They don't do what he does. His role is going to be immensely missed, immensely, and they're not going to the finals because if I'm trying to pull up their roster right now, it's like we know we got Kevin Durant. He can go out there.
Dorian Finney-Smith as well.
He's a spot up shooter.
Yeah.
And man, Thompson, he's not a bucket getter. Put the ball in his hand, put the ball in his hands, go get a bucket. That's not Eason, who I love. You know, I like Eason. You know what I mean? Stroking from the corner. He always hit in big time moments, he hit that shot too. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the way their team is constructed, they got a big team, right? But I'm saying the guys that can put that ball in their hands and go get you a bucket. We know you got Kevin Durant. Who else? When it's going to be needed because Fred VanVleet
never had a Kevin Durant there. They've never had a Kevin Durant.
No, I'm with you, but I'm saying
never had a Kevin Durant.
That has nothing to do with what I'm saying, Jordan. What I'm saying is we know they got Kevin Durant who can go get a bucket when needed. Who's the next guy after Fred? You know what I mean? Because Fred VanVleet is gone.
Sengun.
Man, Sengun. I'm talking about somebody that's going to be at the top of the key. You know what I mean? And can orchestrate some shit and really go out there and get a Sengun. That's not his job. He's not going to be doing that, bro. If you explain
that, then obviously not.
That's what I'm looking at. And that's why I say he's gonna be missed. I know they got all of those pieces, right? But Fred VanVleet is a key to all of those pieces because Fred VanVleet can get his own shot. He can get his own shot. And if Kevin Durant is off, he can lean on Fred VanVleet. If Fred is off, he can lean on KD. Reed Shepard, he's good, but he's not proven like that yet in the league. So we don't know what he's going to do. We can assume, but we don't know what he's going to do, and he'll have a chance to show that. But I just think his absence is going to be big, and they won't get to the NBA Finals because of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. So when you explain, so first off, yes, they're missing a Fred VanVleet in the backcourt, missing a Fred VanVleet. But my thing is, you said if Kevin Durant ain't on, they got to give it to what's his name. For me, it's like no. If Kevin Durant ain't on, you have Sengun, who's better than Fred VanVleet. Let's make that very clear. And he can go and get his shot, just gets his shot in a different way.
But
that's all you have to do. You have to adjust to what you have on the court now.
And
that's what you got to do.
And
Kevin Durant is there now. They've never had this type of Fred VanVleet give you what 15. Well, hold on. Fred VanVleet only give you 15 points. Fred VanVleet only give you, and I know it's timing. And I know it's timing. Let me get this off. I know it's timing, brother. But let me tell you something. I know I know. But if KD is there, okay, and we know KD is not a guard, and we know he has hard times when he has to go and do that. We've seen what happened in Brooklyn when Boston was up in that ass. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is you at least have a guy that they've never had before. Yeah, it's true. That never had before that can get you at least 30. They've never had that. They've never had that, and that was the issue. So when they get into situations when it's the game is close, Fred VanVleet is not that guy anyway. The guy that who is going to be is KD. That was always the issue with the Houston Rockets. That was always the issue with the Houston Rockets.
But if
It's maintaining without Fred VanVleet. And if Reed Shepherd can give you, if he has anything of a decent leap in his second year, then that's mitigated then. If he give anything, if he has anything, because he's a great shooter too. He can beat players off the dribble too. He can defend as well. He can do all that, bro. So if he has anything of a significant leap in the second year, then we're okay.
If you going off I know what Fred VanVleet can do. So I ain't going off no if. I'm going off what I know. I know 15 points or not, they are crucial 15 points. You know what I'm saying? And so, Sengun, he's a better overall player than Fred VanVleet, but he ain't going to be up at the arc orchestrating nothing. That's not what he's going to be doing. He's not a point guard. You know what I mean? Fred, we going to see.
Of course not.
We going to see. We going to see. We going to see. I like Fred VanVleet, dog. Yeah, dog. I like Fred, man. So we'll see. We'll see how good they are, man. The season's on the way. We shall see.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet's good, man. He's a good, smart player, great player. Love the way he plays, man.
It's
gritty as well. I like that.
Let this look, and it's more to it than just a guy being better too. It's like he's smart. Fred Van, you said it all. He's smart. He got talk about IQ. Fred VanVleet got high IQ. You know what I'm saying? And all of that plays a part. All of that, man, they gonna miss that dude. They ain't going to no finals. I'm sorry. They ain't go. No, because now
that team's gonna be long. That team can defend.
I'm with you, man. But listen. It's gonna be a difference because Fred VanVleet ain't there to run things. Now it's gonna be somebody else there to run things. Is that gonna be Reed Shepherd? He gonna step in and run things like Fred? I just don't see it, bro. I don't know, but we got a chance to see it coming up though for sure. Now the NBA put out. Yeah. All right. Now the NBA put out they in the NBA top 100.
But before you go.
Yeah.
This would be the question. Just a quick question.
Okay.
If that's the case, who should they pick up on the mid-level exception?
Who?
I gotta think that they should.
I gotta think about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle Lowry or something like this.
Yeah, let's do that Friday. Let me think on that. Let's do that Friday. Let's think on that. All right, let me think on that. All right, moving on, man. Let's go to it will stick with the NBA. NBA put out they're putting out the NBA top 100. We went all the way from 100 all the way down to 11. The top 10 is yet to be released. You know what I mean? But I know there's some issues and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Jordan, do you have any issues with the NBA's top 100 list so far? Talk to me.
Do you?
The look. One thing I can say is this: I know guys are going to be placed up higher in some positions because of the simple fact of the injuries that's there. You got Jason Tatum. You got Jason Tatum. You got who else is out for the year? Fred VanVleet. You know what I mean? You got guys that's hurt, you know what I mean, that's not going to be involved in the list. So some guys is going to be bumped up, you know what I mean? But at the same time, my biggest issue is having Cooper Flag at 52. You know what I mean? I mean, the man didn't even play the game yet. He didn't play the game. We don't know what he's going to be. You put him on the list like he went ahead and took Duke, you know what I mean? They won a national championship or some shit. No. I mean, I'm like, bro, like this is not we haven't seen the man play, bro. That's my biggest issue with the list. That's my biggest issue. You got this guy above guys that's been playing and that's proven in the league or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think that's my biggest issue with the list. It's simple. It's not, I don't have a long soliloquy, a dissertation, or no shit like that. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's a proper list. That's just my opinion, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say about it. You feel me? I just don't think he should be on the list right now. Sorry. He ain't played.
Yeah, Cooper, I agree with you. Cooper Flag should not be on the list. I think that I agree with you. And my other one is there's no way in hell that there's 62 players better than LaMelo Ball in the NBA. I can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
62?
Yeah. Yeah.
My nigga, what are we doing? Do we not see this dude play? Or am I bugging out? And maybe is it because he doesn't play winning basketball? Or what's winning basketball? What is it? He's on a team that is not that great. So he has to do what he has to do. But when watching that dude play, that dude gives you what, 25, 8, and 7 or some shit like this? Like,
See,
what are we talking about?
when they say winning basketball, let's not act like the man he's willing and ready to distribute. Willing and ready to hit the open man, willing and ready to do all the right things as a fucking point guard to go out there and get the job done. Who the fuck is out there in with the Hornets? You take Michael Jordan out there, motherfucker. He ain't doing nothing. What you doing? What we doing? Get LeBron out there. Get LeBron out there. I mean, maybe so. Maybe we see what he can do, but it's gonna be even. It's gonna be it's gonna take a Herculean effort. Herculean. I'm talking about Incredible Hulk effort to get the goddamn Hornets somewhere to make them come on now.
Yeah, are you really trying to tell me that Cooper Flag is better than LaMelo Ball right now?
No. How is he better than a Naj Reid, who was 6th man of the year just a couple years ago?
How is he better than DeMar DeRozan right now? Just straight up like this.
Absolutely not.
Is he better than Zach LaVine right now? I'm just naming some players.
No.
What are we doing?
No,
yeah, this is not a great list,
man. Listen. I can say a name that nobody probably would think of at the top of a John, like Jonathan Kuminga. I mean, we see Kuminga in the league go out there and get buckets against grown ass men. Buckets. They got Kuminga 83. So he that better than Kuminga and ain't played the NBA game yet.
You better than Tyler Hero?
Nah, bro. Andrew Nembhard. Look at that man.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Like, it's just you just can't. I mean, they're projecting. What is it? A projection, right? So it's like, what are we doing? Yeah, it's just not. It's not up to LaMelo Ball is a joke. LaMelo Ball is an all-star caliber player. They even have Austin Reeves above LaMelo Ball. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
AR-15. Austin Reeves, what's up, baby?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Hey man, so yeah, I mean that's the all the issue I got. You know what I mean? It's, like that right there tops it all for me. You haven't even played in the game yet. He's the most anticipated player since LeBron James. What? Y'all was just saying Wemby was that. Let's not put him in LeBron James' name, and let's not put him in LeBron James' category. Don't even mention Cooper Flag and LeBron in the same stratosphere, atmosphere, galaxy, universe. Let's not do that. He's not. No, he's not. No, it's not. Stop it.
Well, they have Paul George at 54, so I guess he's better than Paul George. And Paul George, I mean, to be honest with you, why is he at 54? Like, why would he be there? Why is he? What has he done?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even got nothing to say about Paul George. I can talk for another 20, 30 minutes on that shit. I ain't got nothing to say about Paul George.
Yeah, so my biggest issue is LaMelo Ball. There's no way you're going to tell me that there's 60-something players better than LaMelo Ball in the NBA. Right. I at least would see LaMelo Ball at least probably, like, let's say in the 40s, I'd say. You know what I'm saying? The 40s, you know.
That would be more respect.
30s, you know? Probably. Yeah,
they got him.
You know what I'm saying?
They got him. He was ranked 50th last year, and this year he's 63rd. You know what I mean? So I mean, maybe it's because he was hurt. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Maybe it hurt. But if it's a projection, what are you trying to tell me? There's going to be that many players?
Well, only projection I see on here is what they projecting they points is going to be 20, points and shit, and rebounds and assists. And this is what I think when they do this. This is what they feel based off last season. They can't base it off this season. They're going off what these guys last season. You know what I'm saying?
But it can't be that, because then why is Cooper Flag there?
Because I don't know. They on some other shit. They trying to. You know why it's there? You know why it's there? Because at the end of the day, let me ask you a question, Jordan. LeBron James still the face of the NBA. Let's make that very clear. Well, he about to go. Steph about to go, and Kevin Durant about to go. You know what I mean? If those guys leave today, if those guys left today, we do not know who the face of the NBA is. You can't say, "Oh, it's Shea." You can't just say that. We don't know who it is. There's no we knew who the face of the league was. You didn't have to say nothing. You knew back in the day, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like you know who the faces of the league are, bro. LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know now. So they trying to, I feel like they're trying to set that up, you know what I mean, for when it's time, he can be the face of the NBA because you don't have one right now. We can't say Anthony Edwards, you can't say Shea, you can't say nobody if those guys just cut out today. Nobody's the face of the league.
Yeah, well, no one is going to be the face of the league. It's LeBron James and Steph Curry.
They're trying to make
that until they're out.
But I'm saying they're trying to make him. That's what they're doing. That's what I feel, and that's why they got him in there. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? So he gonna be able to show if he's a 52nd ranked player, or better, or worse. He gonna be able to prove it. We gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Because the NBA is on the way. You understand me? But until then, we gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Appreciate y'all who stuck around and stuck around and and watched the show. You know what I mean? Watch us talk all talk. You feel me? And we're gonna be back on here Friday, man. So make sure y'all, come back on here and watch a good show. We're gonna talk some football. We're gonna do some picks. You know what I mean? Just have some good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you could be up to date with all things under the lights here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram as well, _ under the lights. You feel me? My guy Jordan, much love, my boy. I know you got some business to handle. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. That's our show for the day, and we gone.